Hi, I'm Jane Breskin Zalben. I'm the author-artist of Benny's Tiny Tales, Around the Year in Jewish Holidays. For many years, I created a bunch of books about a sweet little bear named Benny, his sister Sarah, and their cousins and all their relatives. In this book, Benny and Sarah are all grown up, some with bears of their own. And these are their 10 stories, including the history of every major holiday, craft activities, songs, music, games, and delicious recipes that I made up. Today, I'm going to read one of those stories to you. The air was cold and crisp and smelled of winter, pine needles, cinnamon sticks, and baked apples. Tonight was the first night of Hanukkah. Benny and Emma's children were getting ready. Penny raced around the house. Is it sundown yet? Milo wondered, can I choose colors for the candles? And cousin Liam, who was sleeping over, asked, what time are my parents coming? When the whole family arrived, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and even a great-great-grandparent, there was so much hugging and kissing, the family nearly missed the start of the holiday. They lit the menorah, said prayers, sang songs, and spun the dreidel as Benny and his sister Sarah made different kind of latkes from their childhood. Are there presents for all of us? Whispered Penny. Yes, said Benny, as Milo, the youngest, handed them out. They would get a small gift for each of the 8 nights. Tonight, each child got a big calendar made of thick, shiny paper showing Jewish holidays around the year. The year begins in September? Not now? Asked Cousin Liam. Benny nodded. Let's see what the holidays are, my little cubs, and we'll make up a tiny tale for each one, he added. Benny flipped to the first page and began. Rosh Hashanah. The holiday of Rosh Hashanah means head of the year. It is the beginning of the Jewish New Year, usually in September, also called the birthday of the world. This holiday marks the start of the 10 days of awe, which end with Yom Kippur. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are referred to as the high holy days. The shofar, a ram's horn, is blown many times during the synagogue service to announce the new year. Its sound is supposed to awaken the congregation to pay attention and to become their better selves. Jews celebrate by sharing festive meals with family and friends and greeting each other with the saying, L'Shana Tova, Happy New Year, to a sweet, good year. The community gathers to participate in Tashlich, an outdoor ceremony in which people toss bits of bread into a moving body of water, like a brook or river, symbolizing the casting away of bad deeds, to begin the new year with a fresh, clean slate. Starting over. BennyBearBakes.com. Benny looked through his recipes. Baking's my thing. Remember the time you made latkes, said Penny, and one landed on your sister Sarah's head, she reminded him. Didn't you go around calling her Mrs. Potato Head for a month? And when you flipped pizza dough in the air, and it stuck on our ceiling, Milo said. And then the dough fell on baby Becky, and everyone said she looked like baby Burrito instead. Moving right along, Benny rolled his eyes. I'm making a challah for the new year, he said. Maybe some mandelbread, rugelach, and a sponge or honey cake. We'll see how the day goes. Knock yourself out, Emma winked. I'm going to work. So Penny and Milo decided to help their father. Benny lined up all the ingredients while Penny and Milo showed off their baking skills, beating, stirring, kneading. Sticky dough settled on Milo's nose. He flicked it at Penny, so she tossed a raisin in his direction. On purpose this time, he pitched a pinch of dough at her, squealing, "Food fight!" Adjusting their aprons and torn chef's hats, the children threw ingredients until flour dusted them and most of the kitchen. Benny hollered, "Claws and paws in the air! What's the holiday of Rosh Hashanah about again?" Penny glanced down. Beginning the new year with a fresh start? Learning from our mistakes? Being kind to each other, said Milo. Exactly, replied Benny. I'm sorry I yelled at you both. I'm sorry, Milo turned toward Penny. I'm sorry too, Penny turned toward Milo. We're sorry, Daddy. they repeated together, and they all gave each other a messy sandwich hug. Later, when their mother came home from work, everything looked spotless. "How are my sweet little chefs doing?" she asked. "Fine," they both said, looking up at her innocently. "And how's my big chef doing? Did you have a nice day?" Emma asked Benny, who looked as if he was ready to plots. "Let's put it this way," Benny yawned. "History repeated itself." "Like you and your sister Sarah behaved?" Emma asked. "Who, me?" Now it was Benny's turn to look at her innocently. "Something smells delicious." Emma noticed the golden round raisin challah tucked in a large straw basket. "I could make you a website for all your recipes. How about BennyBearBakes.com? She gave Benny a big kiss. "That would be a nice way to start off the year." Benny kissed her back and wiped a smudge of dough off Milo's forehead. Then he plopped on the couch and he began to snore. His family covered him with a cozy plaid blanket. Benny dreamt of dipping the challah into honey, hoping the coming year was sweet and good and full of joy for everyone in his family circle, and for everyone outside it too. This is a sample of Benny's round raisin apple challah. Families slice it and pass it around the table and dip it into honey, and you can take sliced apple and dip it into honey as well. And this is rugelach, a sweet dessert for a sweet year. L'shana tova.